entrance and system. They have shuttle buses that are moving around the necropolis with different stops. And we're at our next stop. So we have now done the visitor center. We arrived here. We are now at Mankara. Now I had just stopped and talked to some guys. It's conveniently, there's young men I see with little tags, and they are helping people with the buses if they have any questions. The pyramids have a new entrance and system, and we are going to go down there and check it out. Now there's a lot of information to relay to you guys. I'm going to be discovering a little bit myself. I do believe the Sphinx entrance is still open, but they have officially closed Marriot Mena House entrance. So we will be going to the new gate to check it out. They have shuttle buses that are moving around the necropolis with different stops. So I want to get a closer look, film it, break it down, explain it for you guys. If I arrive and there's a lot of security, I might not be able to film with the camera that I'm filming with right now with the microphone. So I might have to switch to a mobile phone or a smaller camera, so the audio might not be as good, but we'll find out. I'm not really sure. Enough chatter, let's go check it out. Yalla bina. While I'm on the motorbike heading to the new gate, let's take a look at the necropolis and the older existing gates. This is the Giza necropolis. For many years, there were two entrances into the necropolis: the main gate, near Marriot Mena House, and the Sphinx entrance. But things have been changing at the Giza necropolis, and as of April 8th, 2025, the Marriot Mena House gate was closed, and a new gate, called the Great Gate, was opened, accessible through the Fayoum Desert Road. The Sphinx entrance still remains open, and as far as I'm aware, there are no plans to close it. I am heading to the newly opened Great Gate to show you what it looks like and to explore the shuttle system. I was unable to use my microphone and wind muff when I first arrived, so pardon the audio at times. And we have made it to the Great Gate. There is a huge parking lot here behind me. I got dropped off just a little bit down that way. It was like 2 minutes of walking with the Uber motorcycle, which costed me £66 from the city center. Now let's look at this place. Built for eternity. Okay, so you have tickets, exhibition hall, hop on and hop off tour buses, the courtyard, shopping mall, guest service information. You can buy your tickets here, but there's also, I believe, an electronic way to buy your tickets. Let's see. English? Yeah? Uh-oh, what is the system error? What if I chose Arabic? This one doesn't seem to be working. Oh, I want to do electronically. So you are able to buy it electronically. There's a group of French people here on the other machine that does seem to be working. We'll just pay the traditional way, but it is possible. I can see their screen with the tickets available, and you have Chinese or Arabic or English or French as the language options. Let's get in line. I'll buy my ticket and I'll be right back. I got my ticket, just the general ticket, and it is 700 Egyptian pounds. Now we're gonna go through security, so let's get in line. I've just just made it past security. I forgot I had a knife and a tool. It's like a handy, like a multi-tool. Anyways, I have to come back to this entrance now to pick it up on my way out. They were taking a photo of my weapon with my passport. But here we are inside you reach this area just after security, and there's a lot of information, it seems. So the thing that first caught my eye is the list of archaeological monuments, as well as destinations, so the restaurants, and the stations for the shuttle bus. So let's get a look at that. I'm going to break this down very quickly by listing off the archaeological monuments and their locations first, then move on to the destinations, and finally the shuttle bus stops. There are 14 points of interest listed for archaeological monuments in the Giza necropolis. Number 1 is the Pyramid of Khufu. Number 2 is the Pyramid of Khafre. Number 3 is the Pyramid of Menkaure. Number 4 is the Sphinx. Number 5 is the Sphinx Temple. Then we have 6, Khafre Valley Temple. 7, Western Cemetery. 8, Eastern Cemetery. 9, Khentkawes Monument. 10, Menkaure Valley Temple. 11, the Workers' Village. 12, the Workers' Cemetery. 13, the Tomb of Queen Metasonk III. And number 14, the Queen's Pyramids. Then we have destinations, which are the 2 restaurants located within the necropolis. Point A is Khufu's restaurant, which I have made a video about. If you would like to watch that, the link is in the description of this video. Point B is the 9 Pyramids Lounge, another beautiful restaurant which I have also filmed at. The video link can be found in the description of this video as well. And now for the shuttle stops. There are 7 listed stations here, but I do like this map better, which I found right outside the museum on the way to the shuttle buses, as it shows colored routes and gives you more details about what is available at each stop. If you would like to visit either of the restaurants, you must catch the shuttle buses to them from Station 1 only. So here at the Pyramids Visitor Center, the blue line takes you to Khufu's restaurant, and the dark green line takes you to 9 Pyramids Lounge. Ask an attendant which bus to catch to the restaurants and they will gladly help you. Reservations are required. Now for the shuttle buses to the main stations. Station 1 is the Visitors Center here. Stop 2 is at the Panorama Station. Stop 3 is King Menkaure's Station. Stop 4 is King Khafre's Station. Stop 5 is the Sphinx Station. And stop 6 is King Khufu Station. Now, as you will see as I ride and stop at these different stations, I didn't pay close attention to the fact that there were 6 stops, and throughout the video say that there are only 5. But there are in fact 6 stops. However, if you would like to take the shuttle bus to stop 6, King Khufu Station, you must catch that shuttle bus from stop 4. There's also another stop, the Equestrian District Station, which I did not visit, but I believe you can take horse rides and catch horse carriages from there. I'm finally about to leave the visitor center and show you the shuttles, but just want to briefly show you what can be seen in this small museum in the visitors center before heading to Station 2. In this area, we can also learn about the pharaohs, their family trees, details about each of the king's pyramids, symbolism of the pyramids, the queen's pyramids, the solar boat, Queen Hetephere's funerary furniture, the Sphinx, details of the workers, tools, a small model of the necropolis, and so on. If you'd like me to make a more detailed video about this small museum in the visitor center, let me know in the comments. Now, let's get going and check out these different stations and the shuttle bus system. Alright, so we have a map with all of the stations here. Not sure what that is. Is there a explanation for that? Uh-oh, got a big crowd of people coming through. I should hop on one of these shuttles, eh? Let's go. Alright, onto the shuttle right away. It's just me. Hi. Cool. Let's go. Okay, guess we'll just wait for the buses to fill up. Nice and comfy. Nice. All right, and here we are at the first stop, the panoramic pyramids view.
So we decided to construct more than but with the same measures. But he found it so simple, and it looks like
So it's a little bit windy out here, and I have taken out my microphone. When I went through security, nobody had a problem with my GoPro on a little stick or with my Sony, but I did take apart the mic so it didn't look so conspicuous, and now I've put it back together while on the bus. Very short ride though, just a minute or two. So far so good. Things seem very organized, not too crowded. Yeah, they have some shops here which you may or may not be a big fan of, but we have Oriental weavers. Looks very expensive.
I'm following you.
What's up, man?
The best ever.
You watch my videos?
Yes.
Oh, for real? Thanks, man. That's awesome. I thought it was like security or something for a second. I was like, oh man, not already. So yeah, Abdel Rahim Khuwader. That's a good place there in downtown that I've gone to for sweets, Egyptian sweets. But yeah, it seems quite nice here at the first stop along the shuttle. I hope I explained the shuttles well enough. If I haven't, I'll do that now. And looks like we have camel guys down here as well. So the first few days I know were quite rocky for this opening. The shuttle was a bit messy, I think disorganized, very crowded, and the camel guys were blocking the road. It's kind of a, oh my god, but it seems better now, which is why I waited a few days, just to let things settle, let them work out any kinks. But it seems like if you want a camel, you would come down here and negotiate with them, or have your guide, if you have a guide, negotiate with them. Now, I've never taken a camel ride. I'm not a big fan of riding animals, period. Also, I'm allergic, just not my thing. Not judging if you want to do it though. Although, well, someone else can leave a comment if they want about that. I think if you're gonna get a camel ride, it should be around $8 to $10. Low though, that's low. I mean, I think it's for an hour. Definitely tip them well. Give them what you think would be good, but if they're charging you an insanely high amount, that is not okay. That's not what they should be charging you. But I do plan on making a more comprehensive video about the pyramids soon. This is just about the shuttle buses and the stops, the new gate, and how the system works. So I'm not gonna spend too much time here at this stop. I think I'm gonna jump on to the next station and just see what it looks like over there. But yeah, what time is it? We have Coffee Island. People are sitting outside, so these shops are open even if it looks a little bit quiet. It's only 8:45 in the morning. I showed up early. I prefer to show up early to the pyramids every time. And the shuttle buses are arriving often. You already have a second one here. Amazing. Let's go. Goodbye panoramic view, and on to, what is the next one? Mankara's pyramid, I believe. And we're at our next stop. The stop of Mankara. So we have Menkaura's pyramid here. There's 3 small queens pyramids, Khafre's and Khufu's. And I believe you have restrooms at every single stop here. I see some bathrooms over that way. So this is where you would wait for the bus if you want to return back to any one of these stations. Yep, restrooms over there. Now I heard there's restrooms, I believe, at every stop for sure in the Pyramids Visitor Center when you first arrive. Outside, I believe that they are free, but once you come into this area in the complex, it is 5 Egyptian pounds for Egyptians and 10 Egyptian pounds for foreigners to use the bathroom, just so you're aware. So I have some small Egyptian pounds on you, some small notes, so that you can use the bathroom if you need to. I don't have much to do here, so I'm just coming to check out the stops, see how it all works. There are maps. Maybe I'll have to just miss this bus and catch the next one. There are maps at every single one of these stops as well. These hop on and hop off shuttle buses. Let's look at it. So this is if you're heading back that way towards the visitor center. So we have now done the visitor center. We arrived here. Then we went to the panorama view very quickly. We are now at Menkaura. The next stop is Khafre's, which you can walk up to Khufu's, the Great Pyramid, which a lot of people want to see. Or you can just keep going down to the Sphinx. So we have seen this stop. I'm going to be filming a lot more here, guys, just so you know. I'm going to be going inside some of the pyramids. I'm not sure if I'll be able to film inside, but if I can, I will certainly do my best. And yes, just a very comprehensive list of the entire pyramids and Acropolis, restaurants, things to do, all the sites. So keep your eyes out for that, subscribe for that. But today we are just looking at the stops, the shuttle buses, and speaking of which, another one has just arrived. So I'm gonna hop on that, and I'll see you at the next stop. All right, and we are at stop number 4, which is Khafre's and Khufu's pyramids, right in the center, in the heart of it, here at the Pyramids of Giza. Now, I had just stopped and talked to some guys. It's conveniently, they tend to be young men, I see, with little tags, and they are helping people with the buses if they have any questions. It's very windy out here. I don't know how the audio is. Maybe I can try to go somewhere to like block it a little bit. But you have people selling water if you're thirsty, or Coca-Cola, soda. Camel ride was just offered to me as well, but he wasn't too pushy. I did respond in Arabic. But yeah, those guys were telling me that if you want to go to the restaurants, you need to catch a specific bus at visitor center number 1. So you have to go to the start of the shuttle system and catch a separate bus. And I did look at the map, and it seems like there's a green bus specifically to go, or maybe it was a yellow line, but there's a bus that goes specifically to the 9 Pyramids Lounge, and then there's another bus that goes specifically to Khufu's restaurant. Now that is like front door delivery. For Khufu's restaurant, it is kind of in the mix, in between a lot of things. So in my opinion, you could also just get off at Menkaura station and just walk up a few minutes. However, if you have a handicap or anything like that, then perhaps, well, I don't even know getting on the buses how that would work, but if you want to get dropped off right at the door, there's a specific bus for it. And for the 9 Pyramids Lounge, you will certainly need a bus, because that is nowhere near anything. It is off out into the plateau on its own. So, but that's good to know that they have specific buses. You just need to ask someone, talk to someone, they will help you get on the correct bus to get to those restaurants. So, stop number 4. This is the second to last stop. The last one ends at the Sphinx, Abu Hal. We shall see how far down it takes us. But good system. The only thing I would say is if you're in a very large group, this can be problematic. Now, I'm always traveling alone, and this is an easier way to get around the necropolis or with a small group. But if you're having a very large group, having to wait for these shuttle buses is probably not ideal. However, I have heard, because I know people that work in tourism, that groups of 35 or more are allowed to come inside with their own private vehicles. So right now, no private vehicles are allowed inside the necropolis. It is just buses, the shuttle buses. But if you have a very large group of 35 or more, then you are able to. That could change because it was actually just 25 and then they changed it to 35. So, but at the moment, you need to have a very large group of more than 35 people to have your own private vehicle. But the shuttle buses are working great in my opinion. It's not too crowded. They're running regularly. It's great. So I'm going to jump on the next shuttle bus and see you at the next stop. All right, on the last shuttle to the last stop, bus to myself. Now we are right by the Sphinx entrance. Which is looking very quiet compared to normal. Bathrooms. And our last stop is arriving. شكرا. عفوا. مع السلامة. Shukran. Oh, look at the bus driver told me which way to go even. I was gonna circle around, but yeah, there's a wall here. And this is the way to the Sphinx. This way. So yeah, if you want to go into the Shukran, if you want to go to the Sphinx, I'm not going to be touring this entire area. I've made videos in the past about the pyramids areas, and I will be making more. Shukran, Aywa.
Have a nice day.
When to come in. Here we are. Shukran. Yeah. So you would just make your way through here. Maybe we'll walk up a little bit. There's a lot of vendors here selling trinkets, souvenirs. I will say it is much better to go to Khan Khalili if you are going to be souvenir shopping. The prices are more negotiable because it is a huge market with a lot more competition, and this is a smaller area. But yeah, early in the morning, not very busy. The shuttle buses are running smoothly. I'm having a great experience. Sabah khair. And here we are. So, صباح النور.
عايزين كتب؟
لا شكرا. وانت كمان. So, if you want to go see the Sphinx, just go down there, come through, enter into the temple, and then walk through and up, and you'll be right next to the Sphinx. So, yeah, those are all the stops, guys. That is running very smoothly, in my opinion. Very easy to navigate. They have maps, people to assist you at every stop. If it's a bit busier, I can see how it might be a little bit more hectic, but generally speaking, very nice. So that is the new gate. That is the shuttle system and how it works. Like I said a few times already, but I will be making a more comprehensive video, hopefully in one video, where I will link to you a lot of other information about the pyramids themselves. But I plan to be touring more of these ancient sites within the necropolis so that you can kind of get a closer look at each site, or several sites in one video perhaps. The camel rides, the restaurants, which I've already made videos about. So today was just about seeing the new gate, the great entrance, the great gate, the shuttle system, the stops. It does get you around very, very easily, which is nice because it is a huge necropolis. So I believe that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for what's coming next, because like I said, lots of more videos coming out about Egypt, and not just the pyramids, possibly Saada if the weather is not too hot too soon and I have time to ride out there on my motorcycle. Sites within here, food, videos, riding tours around the city, etc. So, all right, have a great day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Ma salama. These vlogs never end when I say they're gonna end. So I'm just sitting on the bus waiting to go back to the visitor center, station number 1. But as I was recording that last clip outside the Sphinx, a security came up to me and asked why I was speaking to the camera. I think it's something to do with the microphone once again. So I did detach it, but now it's back together. Maybe you need to pay if you have a certain type of camera setup going. I don't know. I didn't see anything about tickets. I didn't even ask about cameras. But I will say that they didn't have a problem with me bringing in an action camera or a GoPro, so it shouldn't be an issue. A microphone might be. Maybe if it's a fancy camera, they will, but otherwise it should be fine. So, yep, just waiting for our ride back to station number 1. I just wanted to come back in really quickly and say it is 10:22 in the morning. So I got down there really early, I think around, I didn't even look at the time, maybe 8:30, near 9. I'm outside the gate because I want to catch an Uber scooter. So if you want to catch an Uber scooter and not a car, you need to leave the main gate, this main entrance, which is behind, in front of me, but I'm not going to film it because there's a lot of security. But you will recognize it when you come up to the Great Gate, because there's a lot of security cars being stopped, a little bit of a checkpoint, and a big black gate. So anyways, all right, well, I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was informative, just to give you a brief idea of how this new system looks and works. And I will be back to film more videos soon. Ma salama.